Every Manchester United fan knows the feeling of watching a title race from the outside looking in, wondering how a club with unlimited resources can continually field an engine room that looks less like an elite tactical unit and more like a chaotic transit station. For over a decade, Old Trafford has been a graveyard for some of the most expensive midfield talent in world football. We have watched iconic names arrive with world record price tags and glittering reputations, only to look completely lost the moment they step onto the pitch. Think about the sheer scale of investment that has evaporated into the Manchester sky. Paul Pogba arrived for a world record fee, a player possessed of extraterrestrial talent, yet he was constantly marooned in a tactical setup that couldn't decide whether he was a defensive anchor, a deep-lying playmaker, or a left winger. Then came the era of the emergency band-aids, the pairing of Fred and Scott McTominay. While both gave their absolute all for the badge, their technical limitations and inability to dictate the tempo of a game became the defining visual of a fragmented team. They were honest, hard-working players forced to play a style that required surgical precision, and the result was an engine room that could be bypassed by a single, well-placed pass from any mid-table opponent. The cycle didn't stop there. Donny van de Beek arrived from Ajax as one of Europe's most intelligent space interpreters, but he quickly became an invisible figure, completely unsuited to the physical, direct nature of the Premier League's transition phases. Loans like Sofiane Amrabat further proved that fixing a midfield requires a highly specific profile, not just a big name or a standout tournament performer. Now, look at the club's winning titles. Look at how Rodri anchors Manchester City, controlling the verticality and horizontal spacing of the entire pitch. Look at Declan Rice's structural coverage at Arsenal. Championship teams are built from the center outward. If you do not own the middle third, you do not own the game, and you certainly do not own a Premier League trophy. The anatomy of a modern target, enter Manu Kone. This is why the latest links connecting Manchester United to AS Roma's French international powerhouse, Manu Kone, are not just standard transfer window noise, they represent a mandatory, non-negotiable tactical intervention. If Manchester United wants to stop being a team that plays in flashes and start being a team that dominates seasons, Kone is the exact profile the recruitment team must secure. At 25 years old, Kone has developed into one of the most complete, dynamic midfield profiles in European football. To understand why he is the perfect fit for Old Trafford, you have to look past the surface-level statistics and dissect the anatomy of how he plays the game. Kone is a unique hybrid, a tactical Swiss Army knife who combines the elite physical attributes of a defensive destroyer with the technical press resistance of an elite progressive carrier. He is not just a passive sitter who fills a zone, nor is he a reckless box-to-box runner who leaves his defense exposed. He is a controller who thrives in the chaos of modern football. The moment that defender steps out, space opens up for elite forwards to exploit. For a team that relies heavily on quick, vertical attacks, having a midfielder who can single-handedly transition the ball from the defensive third into the attacking third without needing 3 or 4 slow passes completely changes the dynamic of the team. It injects a level of unpredictability and speed that makes the entire team instantly more dangerous. The Carrick blueprint and the ultimate midfield partnership. The structural impact of bringing Manu Kone into the current setup goes even deeper when you analyze how he fits into the broader tactical framework. Under the current leadership of Michael Carrick, a manager who spent his entire playing career demonstrating the absolute value of midfield control, balance, and spatial awareness, Kone's arrival makes perfect tactical sense. Carrick understands better than anyone that an elite midfield cannot be comprised of players who all want to do the same job. You need a perfect harmony of profiles. United have recently invested heavily in restructuring the engine room, securing high-profile additions like the Brazilian pairing of Ederson from Atlanta and Andrey Santos from Chelsea. These moves show a clear, definitive shift toward technical security, mobility, and high-intensity pressing. But to make this entire system click, to truly unlock the potential of these players and provide a bridge between the defensive line and the attack, you need that third elite profile. You need Kone. Imagine a midfield trio where the defensive and offensive responsibilities are perfectly distributed. You have the aggressive, front-footed pressing and defensive coverage, combined with Andrey Santos's young, dynamic energy, and then you drop Manu Kone into that mix. Kone serves as the ultimate structural glue. He can drop deep between the center-backs to build play, forming a temporary back three to allow the full-backs to push high and wide into attacking positions. Alternatively, he can push up into the half spaces, using his physical presence to win second balls high up the pitch and sustain attacks in the opponent's half. This positional flexibility is exactly what differentiates world-class modern midfields from mediocre ones. When you watch Manchester City or Arsenal, their midfielders are constantly rotating, seamlessly covering for one another without losing the team's core defensive shape. Kone provides that exact level of tactical intelligence. If a fullback is caught out of position on a transition, Kone has the defensive instinct and the physical speed to slide across and cover the flank. If the attacking midfielder drops deep to demand the ball, Kone knows exactly how to push up and occupy the space left behind, keeping the opponent's defensive line pinned back. Why this signing makes Manchester United title contenders? Let's look at the grand scheme of things. Why does the signing of 125-year-old French midfielder from Roma suddenly elevate Manchester United from top 4 hopefuls into genuine Premier League title contenders? The answer lies in the concept of structural marginal gains. To win a Premier League title in the modern era, a team must be capable of doing 2 things at an elite level across 38 matches. First, you must be able to break down low-block defenses that travel to Old Trafford, sit 10 men behind the ball, and dare you to break them down. Second, you must be able to control matches against your direct rivals, the top 6 sides who will look to dominate possession and exploit any structural weakness you show. Against low-block teams, Manchester United has often looked toothless in the past because the build-up play from deep has been too slow. When the ball moves slowly from side to side, the defensive block has plenty of time to slide across, close the gaps, and maintain its integrity. Kone alters this rhythm completely. Because he can break lines with his passing and carry the ball through tight spaces, he forces the defensive block to shift at a high speed. He plays with an inherent vertical urgency. His ability to hit sharp, disguised passes into the feet of the forwards cuts through low blocks like a knife, creating immediate goal-scoring opportunities before the opponent can set their defensive shape. Against the elite sides, Kone gives United something they have lacked for a generation: true physical and technical parity in the center of the park. In recent years, when United played teams like Manchester City or Arsenal, the midfield often felt completely overwhelmed, chasing shadows for 90 minutes and relying entirely on low-block defending and low-probability counterattacks. Kone changes that narrative. He cannot be bullied physically, and he cannot be easily pressed out of the game. With Kone anchoring that central third, United can match the physical intensity of any team in Europe while maintaining the technical composure required to keep possession under immense pressure, dictate the tempo of the match, and take the game to the opposition. The transfer market is a game of high stakes, and every major club in Europe is beginning to realize the value of this French international asset. Rumors are already swirling that rival clubs, including Arsenal, are looking to enter the race, recognizing Kone as the ideal solution to reinforce their own midfield structures. For Manchester United, this is a defining moment. The recruitment team cannot afford to hesitate, waffle over valuations, or let another primary target slip into the hands of a direct rival. Securing Manu Kone is a statement of intent, a declaration that Manchester United is done with temporary fixes, done with overpaying for past reputations, and ready to build a modern, elite football team capable of returning to the absolute summit of domestic and European football. He is the engine, the controller, and the missing tactical piece that transforms a talented but inconsistent squad into a relentless, title-winning machine. Now, I want to hear from you, the Football Overload community. Do you think Manu Kone is the ultimate signing to finally fix Manchester United's midfield, or is there another player you think the club should prioritize this summer? How would you line up the midfield with Kone, Ederson, and Andrey Santos in the squad? Drop your thoughts, your tactical lineups, and your transfer predictions down in the comments below. If you want to see more deep-dive tactical breakdowns, transfer analyses, and exclusive football content just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button on this video, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload here on Football Overload. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.